Yo, so right now you're tuning into the 50 States podcast where I travel across the country interviewing everyone, anyone, talking about everything and anything. And today I have a very special guest.
Isabel.
Isabel, where are you from?
Newark, born and raised.
Newark. How you guys say it? Newark?
Newark.
Newark. I kept saying Newark.
Yeah, no, Newark.
Newark.
Over here we say it Newark.
Mm-hmm. And so you are law enforcement.
Yes.
Is there like a specific title that you have?
Patrol.
Patrol. But you also do military, right?
I do military. I do truck driver in the military. And I just switched over to mortuary affairs. And I'm also...
What is that, mortuary?
Like embalming bodies, preparing the bodies when they come from overseas or whatever.
Oh, like you prepare the body?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. So how's that experience?
So I just switched over.
Oh, you just switched over. So you're about to get into
So
it.
I should be starting school in the next 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what was what's your experience, doing military and doing law enforcement at the same time?
My experience doing both.
Yeah, doing both. Because I'm a veteran myself, but my job was already stressful to want to attack something else. Like you're doing two careers.
So I also do volunteer firefighter where I live.
Jesus.
I like it.
Okay.
Me personally, I like to do both. I started off with the police department and then I went into the military, and it's like a break from when I go to military. It's a break from the police department.
Okay.
Sometimes you need that stress reliever because as a cop, you go from, a cop here in Newark. Anywhere else, you have the time, to decompress and, kind of take it all in and, think it through, think stuff through that you just experienced. In Newark, you don't have that time.
Okay.
In Newark, you go to this job of a domestic, he slaps someone in the face and beat up his wife. And then once you're done with that, you're going to a DOA.
What's a DOA?
Dead on arrival.
Dead on
a
shit. Okay.
Person who either OD'd or something, and right from there to another, child molester. He molested his niece.
And that's just like in one day?
In one day.
Damn, okay.
In one day. We answer, one patrol unit can answer up to 30, 35 calls a day.
God damn, okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
And then you volunteer firefighting.
Yeah, I'm a volunteer firefighter in my town.
When do you have time for that?
So it's volunteer. So you do it when you're off from your regular job.
Okay.
Whenever calls come in. I mean, I live in the country, so there's not a lot of fires. It's like
there's a country here in New Jersey?
It kind of.
Okay. I didn't know that. I've always thought it's just like full city.
No, it's kind of country. They call it the sticks because there's nothing but trees. But so whenever there's a fire, it's usually a brush fire, car accidents. We don't really get that many structure fires.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So then, what made you want to enlist into law enforcement, military? Like, where did that come from?
So, I was a single mom, and all I have is boys. Now I have a girl, but all I had was boys. And as a single mom, I felt like I need to show them more.
Okay.
Because their dad wasn't involved in their lives. So I was the only example that they had. I was always separate from my family. So I never had a close brother or, my cousin Tony is like the closest thing I have to a brother. But, my close relatives were always distant. We were always distant. So I basically was the only example for my 3 boys. And I felt like I want to show these kids that there's no stopping. You can keep going and you can reach the stars and even reach the moon.
Yeah.
Because nothing can stop you but yourself. And that was me, always.
You're a really great example for that.
I hope.
Yeah, even me, I attack multiple stuff in the film industry, but like when I was military, I would get off of work and I didn't want to do nothing else. Like I just wanted to get off work, go home,
And
and
rest,
relax.
yeah.
Yeah, and you're attacking 3 different things, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
I
Which is
like
awesome
it.
though too.
I guess the ADHD in me.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know.
You just have to be active at all times.
I feel like I do have. I mean, now I'm starting to take it down a notch. I had so many responsibilities in the military. I had additional duties in the military. I had additional duties here. I was in the honor guard here. I was in a union rep here. I did a lot here, and little by little, you know, I started letting go of, you know, my responsibilities, even in the military. I'm not sure if Marva shared with you. I went through a traumatic event, and I went away for about 2 months. You know, military.
In the military?
Military and police would do that to you, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Do you want to share that traumatic event? You don't have to. You don't want to.
I won't share in detail, but I would say that you know, there was a time that I didn't want to live.
Okay.
And in the past, I used to say, "Oh, those people who commit suicide, you know, they're selfish."
Oh, okay, I get you.
But
it's until you're on those shoes.
Huh?
It's until you wear those shoes.
Until you're in those shoes, yeah. You know, people say, think about your kids, you know, you don't want your kids to grow up alone. When you're going through something like that, you don't even think about them. You don't think about the closest family member you have. You don't think about anything. You're
in a hole, and you feel like you're by yourself in that hole. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was hard. You know, I haven't shared this with many people, but you know, I wanted to kill myself. I planned it all out, was thinking about going to my nearby police department and just swinging my gun and pointed, you know, suicide by cop. And I was in a real bad place. But, you know, I went away, came back, and a lot better now.
Oh, hell yeah. You look like you're glowing.
What?
You look like in a good way. Like you look like you're going. I got here. You have a big smile.
Oh,
you know, you have this energy. So I mean, you look like you're doing great.
Yeah. No, I'm a lot better now.
What?
I mean, I'm a lot better. I mean, in the police department, we have to do 25 years, and I'm not gonna do 25. I'm not gonna finish my life like that.
Right.
I got bigger.
Oh, you have to do 25 to retire.
To retire here in Newark. Okay. Yeah. So I got it all planned out. I'm not doing 25.
So what is something you plan on doing after law enforcement and military?
So after law enforcement and military, thanks to the help of the military, I plan on opening up my own funeral home.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I did hear about that.
Yeah.
That's a very unique thing to want to do.
So
where does that come from? Yeah.
I have
I've never heard anyone ever mention, I want to open up my own funeral home.
I have a spirit of service in me. Like I always want to help people. I like to see people smile.
Okay.
I like to see people happy. I like to make people happy. And, you know, I love to help people. In the military, you help. In the police department, you help. In the fire department, you help. One of the things that in my career that I experienced that really touched me dearly and I hold close to my heart is honor guard. You know what honor guard is, right? So
it's where like when they do the burials, right?
Yes.
You do the flag and stuff.
Yes.
I never wanted to do that.
So I did it for the military, and I did it in the police department. I just gave it up. This December was my last month of being their captain.
Yeah.
For almost 10 years. Because I have plans, like I said. So, you know, doing funerals and doing even events, I would see a lot of people in tears. And at one time in, I think, 2022, I'm not sure if Marva shared, but I lost my dad. I lost one of my closest aunts. I lost my godmother. I almost lost my son. He had a head-on collision, and I was away on military leave during this whole time, losing all these family members.
Yeah, back to back, right?
Yeah, back to within 5 months.
Yeah, damn. Fun.
Within 5 months on the same year, within 5 months.
You were going through it.
Oh, I went through it bad.
Yeah.
I went through it bad. And when, having to go pay for the funeral for my aunts, and experiencing the attitude from the funeral homes or the lady I had to deal with, I'm like, I'm giving you my money.
I see where this is going.
So I'm like, you know what? My whole mindset as far as service in the police department, in the fire department, and in the military, it just changed. I said, I don't want to truck drive no more. I don't want to be a truck driver. I don't want to be a police officer anymore or anything. I want to service people when death comes, when they're at the lowest part of their lives because they just lost a loved one. I want to make that individual smile. I mean, when we did funerals for, officers who passed away, gave their lives, just last year, we lost, I'm sure you've heard, it was all over every news. We lost an officer for the first time on duty. He was shot at by an 11-year-old kid.
Shit.
And
was it? I'm thinking 11-year-old was a kid playing with a gun, or he was in the streets.
He was in the streets. Okay. It was about 3 or 4 guys. They were all hanging out, and they had a warrant to arrest someone. They were looking for the guy. While they were looking for the guy, they see this kid and a few other kids with the 11-year-old kid, and he had a rifle. So when the officer turned around in the vehicle and was about to get out the vehicle, the kid shot. It was a rifle. He shot at the vehicle, and he died instantly. Like, he was shot in the head, and it was very sad. And that really touched me. And I've never experienced a line of duty death like that, because we haven't had one in years.
Okay.
So that really touched me, and when we were there, the mom, the brother, the sister, they were all so happy to see us. Anytime we go to a funeral, people are happy, to see us, because we're like, honoring their loved one. And, but that day really, it really touched me. And I said, I definitely got to do this. I want to see families smile. And I want to dedicate my funeral to first responders, basically, make it look nice, go all out for them, But yeah, that's what changed.
That's crazy. That's cool. That's cool. Now I understand why, because I've never heard anyone say, I want to open up a funeral home. It's like, but now I see where the passion comes from. Who was Isabel as a teenager? Who were you as a kid?
Oh, I was bad.
Oh, damn.
I was bad. I used to fight a lot. My sister, at one point, she would just point at, I don't know if she ever told you this, she would point at someone and I'd go up to the individual and just punch them. It was bad. Yeah. It was bad, yeah. But then, I think I was like 16 years old. I started living on my own when I was 15. My mom, Marva, everybody moved to like Florida. I think it was, they all moved to Florida, and I was up here on my own. I was living by myself. And
by yourself at 15? Oh,
yeah, okay. I used to rent a room. I dropped out of high school. Okay. I dropped out of high school. I started working. I know. I'm just kidding. I know. My grandmother had passed away.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
So I dropped out of high school, and I started working as a secretary, and I made enough money to get my own room.
A secretary in what?
At a steel company.
Oh, okay.
In Newark. It's a steel company. And, I was able to pay my own room, and I started doing better. I got into church, and, I started being a good girl.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I wasn't all that bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe. And then, what is like one crazy story that you have that has happened to you in law enforcement, like the craziest story? Maybe just one.
What's crazy to you? Identify crazy.
Crazy maybe like an oh shit moment. Because I know you're conditioned to see, like you said, walk into scenes where like there's death already and stuff like that. But was there one moment that you were like, oh shit, like this is a unique experience I've never seen in my life?
I would say the first time I ever had a homicide.
Okay.
I was 6 months into the police department, out in the streets on patrol. A guy was stabbed in the neck. He shot at a guy, and the guy came up to him and stabbed. It was a domestic issue. He was stabbed in the neck, and when we arrived, he was on the ground just with the blood coming all out. And I tried putting pressure on his neck, trying to, I don't know, I'm a rookie,
Okay.
So I'm like, oh my goodness.
Put the tourniquet on his neck.
No, I didn't put a tourniquet. No.
Oh my God, that would have been the funniest thing. Tourniquet on the neck.
Imagine that, my God. But he gave his last breath, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, man, I took off my. It was bad because his current girlfriend, was laying on the ground with him while we're both trying to put pressure. And when I saw him take his last breath and all the blood flow from his neck, I got angry. And I took off my gloves and I threw him on the ground. I was like, damn it,
You got angry because you couldn't save him?
Because I couldn't save him.
Okay.
I was so stressed out that day. Oh. But I guess that's the craziest thing. Because after that, I got desensitized, you could say. Because everything else was like,
you have to, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess that. I don't know.
And what's like the most funniest thing that you've seen in as a law enforcement? You walked into a scene or something, you were like, this is too damn funny.
A call of a lady and her husband complaining that the lady was complaining that her husband used her drugs.
Wow.
Yes.
Self-incrimination.
And it was during my training. Okay. It was during my field training. Yeah. Like, what? And my training, I'm like, what? I thought, this is a crime. Right. Let's go help her out. He used all her drugs. Yeah. My training officer was like, are you serious? And I'm like, what's going on, Now I know. Let's go help her out. Let's go lock her up, Yeah. But I think that was the funniest moment ever, that she actually called the police and said that her husband used all her drugs.
That's funny.
I want my money back. Like, what? What? Yeah, but I think that's the funniest moment. I mean, there's other funny moments that I cannot.
Yeah, right.
I can't share. But yeah.
And what was your relationship like with your siblings and your mom and your family? Remember, the magic word is skip.
My relationship.
I cut all this off.
Okay. My relationship with my siblings, we were always very distant. My oldest sister Marva, we were always close. No matter what, even if we weren't living together, we were always close. Always close. My brother, my little sister, we were always distant. My little sister was always with my mom and her dad, and she was the spoiled baby. We all loved her. We all loved her. Yeah. But I don't know. I guess my mom kept her from us, I guess you could say. I don't know. But my relationship with my siblings was always distant.
Okay.
Always.
And then right now you are married, right? Or
I am not married.
No, but you're with someone.
I am.
And so you like everything you went through in your life, the military, the law enforcement, the dark hole you were in at one point in your life. How has your relationship benefited you from all that trauma you've gone through?
My current relationship? Yeah. He's very in tune with my feelings, even though he's a hardcore jerk off sometimes. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is raw.
He's an asshole.
Okay.
he's nice to you, but he's an asshole. No,
well, I haven't done anything to him.
Oh, no.
What are you doing to him?
With anyone else, he's a jerk off. He's so mean.
Okay.
But, at home, he takes care of me. Like, I work nights, and when I get up in the middle of the day, like, I'll wake up at 5 o'clock because I got to be at work at 7, and I live an hour away from here. I wake up, he's got dinner for me, ready for me to eat before I leave. When I get out of work, he's already taking the kids to school, dropping them off, picking them up from school. Like he takes care of almost everything. All I got to worry about is cooking and cleaning.
There you go.
When I'm home. But he's very in tune with my feelings. If I want to sit down and talk, he listens. I mean, it was hard at first. It was hard at first because I was hard on him.
Yeah, that's why I asked you earlier. What did you do to him? Because I like to always know both sides of the story.
Yeah, my heart was closed.
Got you. I got
like you. My ex-husband, I was married for 14 years, 15 almost, with my ex-husband, and it was bad. It was bad. I mean, he didn't beat me, but it was bad. I got married young, and I swore to myself that I would not get in a relationship like that. And with my current boyfriend, it was hard to open up. It really was. And he was very patient.
That's really good.
Yeah, he was very patient. And I guess he manipulated me. That's what happened.
No, because I just recently connected with a cousin of mine that I met on 23andMe. And we're super close, like in family. Wow. She grew up in the system, in the foster care system. Wow. So that's why she was on the app, because she was trying to find relatives, cousins, whatever. But she was talking about her current husband, how he knew all the trauma she went. She was sexually abused. How they grew up in the foster care system. And she said if it wasn't for her husband, she don't know where she would have been in life. That's why I wanted to ask you that question too. Your boyfriend, like, because of the shit you've gone through, like, how has he, helped you in your life, which you just mentioned right now? I
think the fact that he's very patient with me, and in tune with my feelings, I think that's what created the bond that we have together. That's badass. Yeah. And
then you guys are in the same field, right? Like, I mean, that
don't help.
That don't help, really? I imagine that it would help, like, because you guys would have an understanding.
We do have an understanding. It helps a little because when I'm tired,
are y'all trying to alpha each other?
Yes, we're both alphas.
Yeah, you try to alpha each other.
But we're seeking help.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
We actually just went to a counseling session, with our church, and it was nice, like a communication session.
Yeah.
How to communicate with your spouse.
As a Latinos, we're taught as a young age that therapy and counseling we don't need it. It's not real. What do you want to say to that?
Oh, it's so real and it's so good.
So real? Okay.
It's so good.
I was conditioned to believe that we don't need it.
Yes, I know. Listen, my ex-husband, I tried taking him to counseling. Like, let's go, let's do this together before we divorce. Let's do it together. Come on. No, I don't need that. If I got to talk to someone, I'll talk to God. And I'm like, what?
What?
It helps. Okay. It helped me a lot. And I got to tell you, when I went away for those 2 months that I mentioned earlier, I was shut down for almost 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That's why it took so long for me to leave that location, because I was shut down. I would not talk. I had my hood on my head, like, leave me alone. I'm just sitting in
that hood just changed your whole look.
For real, right?
I got intimidated right now.
No, but, it's serious. Like, right. People really think that you don't need to open up. Oh, that crap don't work. I don't like cursing, but, that shit don't work.
It's hard for us. And
it's law enforcement, Hispanos, right?
Yeah.
The Latinos, sorry. Okay. Come back to English.
I don't even I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Like, it's hard for us because, you got to be strong.
Yeah.
You know, you got to be strong and you got to overcome whatever it is on your own.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we were raised as well. But when I started doing counseling, oh my goodness, the load that comes up, and it's a stranger.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking to a stranger.
Right.
No judgment.
Right.
They can't judge you. All they could tell you is, hey, how about you approach it this way?
Right.
How about you approach it that way? And I think, you know, counseling is, people have no idea how good and how well it works.
Okay.
Honestly.
Right.
I'm not saying everybody's a good counselor.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely got to find the right one, but it does work.
Okay. I'm glad you did say that because me too, I've always been skeptical about it, but I mean, shit, if you did it and you are living proof that it does work, then I'll reconsider it. But I am almost going to close down the video. I do want to ask you, do you have an awareness that you want to spread out to the world? I always ask everyone at the end, is there an awareness you want to spread? Stop being a bitch.
No. No. There's a lot, so I can't just, no.
Okay.
No, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. No, some people don't have anything to say. No. Dean, I asked him, Dean, do you have an awareness that you want to spread out to the world? Don't do drugs. Hey, that's a good one. And he did it quick too. I have other friends, adults, like they are, I don't know, bro. I can't think of anything. Dean on the spot.
I mean, did you already asked about the counseling? I mean,
yeah, I get
that's
you.
my
that
big
pretty much
thing.
was an awareness. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I mean the counseling works, and yeah, that's it.
Okay, cool. So that does conclude our 50 States podcast. I do want to say thank you so much for taking your time to meet up with me, inviting me to, this is a police station, right?
This is the ballistics laboratory.
Ballistics laboratory. Thank you for inviting me to the ballistics laboratory.
Yes.
And deuce.